Imagine your quiet, cozy neighborhood book club suddenly gets handed $1 billion bank account.
Oh boy.
Right. And there is no president, there's no treasurer, and there is no HR department.
Just a lot of money.
A lot of money. Instead, you are handed a piece of code that just runs on autopilot. And it dictates exactly how that money is spent based on the votes of people you have never even met face to face.
I mean, it sounds like science fiction.
It really does.
But that exact dynamic is actively governing billions of dollars right now.
Yeah.
We are witnessing this profound shift where the very concept of belonging to a group is no longer just an emotional bond or, a paper charter.
Right.
Belonging is becoming a quantifiable, programmable asset class.
Welcome to today's deep dive. We are unpacking this fascinating breakdown of how Web3 communities actually function under the hood. Mm-hmm. Our mission today is to strip away all the intimidating crypto buzzwords, and look at the actual practical mechanics of how social capital is being put on a digital ledger.
Which is so needed.
Yeah, exactly. We are going to explore the architecture of these digital communities, how they govern themselves without a boss, and what happens when fandom turns into literal ownership.
And we really need to emphasize the stakes of this transition, I think.
Yeah, set the stage for us.
Because what we are exploring today is how human coordination is moving from the Web 2 era, where your participation in a forum or a fan group is just data, right?
Data owned by someone else.
Exactly. Owned and monetized by a massive tech company.
Right.
We are moving from that into the Web 3 era, where your participation creates an economy that you actually own a piece of.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because if we take the CEO and the filing cabinet out of the equation, how is this new type of organization actually structured?
Right.
In the material we're diving into today, the foundational building block is called a DAO, Decentralized Autonomous Organization.
Yeah, and to understand a DAO, I think it helps to think about a traditional co-op.
Like a grocery co-op.
Yeah, exactly. Like a local credit union or a grocery co-op.
Yeah.
In that traditional model, the members pay in, they vote on major decisions, and they share in whatever the co-op builds or earns.
Okay, that makes sense.
A DAO takes that exact same concept, but it moves the entire infrastructure out into the open.
Oh, I see.
So the membership list, the treasury balance, the voting record, they don't live in a manager's locked filing cabinet.
Where do they live?
They live on a public blockchain ledger, where anyone in the world can audit them at any time.
Okay, so that covers the decentralized part, right? Because it's running on a blockchain.
Right.
And the organization part is obvious. But it's that middle word, autonomous, that I really want to dig into here.
Yeah, that's the tricky one.
Because in a regular neighborhood co-op, you still have to trust the treasurer, not to just wire the funds to an offshore account and disappear in the middle of the night.
Which happens.
Right. So how does a DAO actually prevent that?
Well, organizations have historically always required a focal point of trust. You have to trust a board of directors or a CEO or, a bank manager. A DAO attempts to replace trust me with verify it yourself.
And it does that using code.
Exactly, using something called a smart contract.
Okay, so what does a smart contract actually look like in practice? I mean, is it just a digital document?
Not at all. A smart contract is simply software code that executes itself automatically when certain conditions are met.
Okay.
Think of it like a digital vending machine.
A vending machine. Okay, explain that.
Well, you don't have to trust the vending machine to give you a soda.
Right, I just put my money in.
Exactly. The mechanics guarantee that if you put in $1 and press the button, the soda drops. There's no human middleman making a decision.
Oh, wow.
So in a DAO, the treasury is locked inside a smart contract.
I get it.
The code dictates that funds can only be released if enough verified members actually vote yes.
So nobody can quietly embezzle the funds because the bylaws aren't an unread PDF document.
Right.
They're literal software.
They are software. And this isn't just a theoretical playground. We are talking about massive scale here.
Yeah, the sources mentioned a few big ones.
Yeah. For example, there is MakerDAO. There, the token holders vote on the economic policies of a stablecoin.
And that's big.
They're effectively managing billions of dollars in value.
Wow.
Or Uniswap DAO, which governs one of the largest decentralized trading protocols in the world. They vote on fee structures and how to spend their massive treasury.
The breakdown also mentions the ENS DAO. What exactly are they governing?
So ENS stands for Ethereum Name Service.
Okay.
If you've ever seen a crypto wallet address, it's usually this massive, confusing string of random numbers and letters.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a typo.
Exactly. ENS is a system that translates those long strings into human-readable addresses, like your name.eth.
Oh, nice.
It is a critical piece of infrastructure, and the ENS DAO is the community that votes on how that system is maintained and how its revenue is allocated.
So a DAO isn't a company, and it isn't a cryptocurrency. It really operates more like a digital nation state for a single cause.
That's a great way to put it.
I mean, it has citizens, it has a treasury, and it has a constitution written entirely in code. But if a DAO is a digital nation state, how exactly does it pass laws on a random Tuesday?
Good question.
Especially without a president calling the shots.
Well, the day-to-day governance pipeline is actually highly structured. It usually begins with a conversation.
Okay.
Someone will post an idea on a public forum, often using a platform like Discourse, or just chatting in a Discord server.
It's just like a regular internet forum.
Exactly. A community member might post, we should fund this new software upgrade, or we need to hire this specific marketing agency.
But they don't just jump straight to a binding vote where millions of dollars are on the line, right?
No. The first formal step is a temperature check.
That temperature check.
Yeah. This is essentially an informal poll to see if the community even likes the idea before anyone goes through the hassle of writing up a technical binding proposal.
It is the digital equivalent of raising your hand in a town hall meeting.
Perfect analogy. Yes.
Yes.
If the temperature check shows broad support, then the idea is drafted into a formal proposal.
Okay.
And this is where specific Web3 tools come into play, the most prominent being a platform called Snapshot.
Okay, let's talk about Snapshot, because the deep dive specifically highlights its gasless voting feature. What is gas in this context, and why is it so important that Snapshot removes it?
So whenever you perform an action directly on a blockchain, like sending money or writing data, you are essentially renting computing power from thousands of computers around the world.
God, that did.
You have to pay a network fee for that computing power, which is called gas.
So it's like a toll?
Exactly like a toll on a highway. If you had to pay a gas fee every time you cast a vote in a DAO, it would cost you money just to participate in governance.
Oh, that would be terrible.
It would ruin it. Snapshot solves this by taking the voting process slightly off-chain.
Oh.
It verifies that you hold the right tokens to vote, but it records your vote without charging you a transaction fee.
Which makes total sense, because it shouldn't cost you an entry fee to cast a ballot in a local election.
Right.
But wait, here's where I have to push back a little on this whole, utopian democracy idea.
Sure.
In most of these DAOs, the voting is token weighted.
Yes, it is.
So one token equals one vote. Doesn't that just mean whoever has the most money can buy the most tokens and win every single time?
Yes. It creates a very real dynamic where large token holders, they're often called whales.
Whales.
Yeah, these whales can absolutely dominate decisions.
That seems like a flaw.
Well, the philosophical logic behind this system is skin in the game. The argument is that if you hold a larger percentage of the community's assets, you carry a much higher financial risk.
Oh, I see.
So you should theoretically have a louder voice in how those assets are managed.
We will definitely examine the shadow side of that dynamic a bit later, because it brings up some major issues.
It really does.
But let's stick to the mechanics for now. Let's say a token-weighted vote actually passes on Snapshot. The community agrees to pay a developer 50,000 stablecoins for a project. Does a robot just instantly wire the money out of the treasury? I mean, who actually hits send?
That execution phase usually runs through something called a multi-signature wallet.
Multi-signature.
Right. The most famous infrastructure for this is called a safe, formerly known as a Gnosis safe. While the smart contract holds the funds, a safe acts as a final security checkpoint.
Oh, this is where that bank vault analogy comes in.
Yes.
It is like a vault door that has 5 different keyholes, and the rules state that at least 3 of the 5 key holders have to insert and turn their keys at the exact same time before the door will open.
That is the perfect way to visualize it. In a DAO, those key holders are usually trusted elected members of the community.
Okay.
Even if a vote passes on Snapshot, the funds won't move until a minimum number of these key holders, say 3 out of 5 or 5 out of 9, digitally sign off on the transaction.
And remember, we are talking about treasuries that hold immense wealth.
Millions, sometimes billions.
Yeah. This money is being governed, secured, and allocated by people who, in many cases, only know each other by their Discord usernames.
Yeah, it's wild.
And they use these multi-signature wallets to fund what they call work streams.
Right. Work streams are essentially the DAO's version of payroll and departments.
Oh, okay.
You might have a marketing work stream, a development work stream, or a community moderation work stream.
So real jobs.
Real jobs. The contributors doing the actual labor are paid for their work, usually in stablecoins.
Which were the ones pegged to the dollar, right?
Yeah, exactly. Cryptocurrencies pegged to the US dollar to avoid price volatility.
So to vote in this digital nation and to get paid by this digital nation, you obviously need to be in the room, which begs the question, in a totally decentralized world, how do you prove you belong there? How does the system know you are a citizen?
Well, that is the function of the membership token. If the DAO is the organization, the membership token is your passport.
It's your country club card or your backstage pass.
Exactly.
But let's ground this for a second. If I'm a user sitting at my laptop, what does this actually look like? If I don't have a physical laminated card to flash at a bouncer, how does a digital community recognize me?
The experience is actually quite seamless now.
Really?
Yeah. Let's say you want to join the private discussion channels for a specific DAO on Discord. You click a link, and a bot asks you to connect your digital wallet.
Okay.
A small window pops up in your web browser, which is your wallet software, asking you to cryptographically sign a message.
Is that a transaction? Do I pay gas?
No, it doesn't cost any money. It just proves you hold the keys to that wallet address.
Oh, nice.
The bot instantly scans the public blockchain, sees that your wallet holds a required membership token, and instantly unlocks the private channels for you.
You are recognized immediately.
Instantly.
And crucially, because that token is an asset sitting in your wallet, you can sell your seat to someone else on the open market if you decide to leave the community.
Yes. And we are seeing incredible variations of this model emerging.
Like what?
For instance, there are social tokens, pioneered by platforms like friend.tech,
Okay.
where fans can buy a literal tradable stake in a specific creator's community.
Wow.
There are fan tokens, like those on the Socios platform, where fans of major sports clubs can buy tokens that allow them to vote on minor club decisions.
Wait, like what kind of decision?
Like the design of the team bus or the song played after a goal.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, and then you have gated NFT community.
Right. That would be groups like Bored Ape Yacht Club or the Proof Collective.
Exactly.
Where owning a specific piece of limited edition digital art acts as your ticket into private real-world events and this highly exclusive social circle.
But beyond just buying your way in, there's a whole separate layer of on-chain social capital based on participation.
Okay.
This brings us to POAPs, proof of attendance protocols.
Let's break down POAPs. How do they work mechanically? I mean, if I attend a 2-hour governance call on a Tuesday night, how does the blockchain know I was actually there?
So at the end of that governance call, the organizer will share a secret link or a QR code.
Okay.
When you click it, a smart contract mints a unique cryptographic badge and drops it directly into your wallet.
For free.
It costs you nothing, but that badge is permanently recorded on the blockchain. You can't fake it, and you can't go back in time and buy one if you weren't there.
So if you attend a town hall, you get a POAP.
Yep.
If you contribute code to the treasury, you get a POAP.
Exactly.
Imagine if your Reddit karma or your forum badges functioned as a verifiable, portable resume.
That's powerful.
You could walk into a new community or even a job interview and point to your public wallet address as unfakeable proof that you have a track record of being a reliable, deeply engaged contributor.
If we connect this to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
we are looking at a fundamental shift in how reputation functions in society.
Yeah.
Historically, reputation lived invisibly. It lived in gossip, in human memory, in the phrase, oh, she's been around since the early days.
Right, but you couldn't prove it.
Exactly. It was a real phenomenon, but it wasn't quantifiable data. Now, status, trust, and history are becoming verifiable on a ledger.
Wow.
Belonging used to be something you just felt. Now it is something you can hold, prove, and carry with you from one digital community to the next.
Okay, so you have the organization, the DAO. You have the members carrying their verifiable reputation tokens. But a bank account and a voting app isn't a culture. What actually binds these strangers together?
Well, a community needs shared artifacts.
Okay.
Think about the physical world. A rare baseball card or a ticket stub from a legendary concert.
Right.
Those physical objects are not inherently valuable because of the cardboard and ink.
No, it's the memory.
They are valuable because of the story attached to them, and because you can definitively prove that the story is authentic.
A cultural asset on-chain is that exact same idea, digitized. But I know the immediate pushback here. Right?
Oh, I'm sure you do.
People always say, why can't I just right-click and save the image of the digital ticket stub?
Right, the classic right-click save.
What makes the on-chain version special?
It comes down to provenance.
Provenance.
Yeah, the permanent, unerasable record of who made the object, who owned it, and in what exact order. In the traditional art or collectibles market, establishing provenance is a massive headache.
Oh yeah, people fake it all the time.
You rely entirely on middlemen. You need expert appraisers, auction houses, fragile paper certificates of authenticity. On a blockchain, the object carries its own history baked right into the code.
Oh, wow.
You don't have to trust an expert to tell you the digital baseball card is real. You just look at the ledger.
And the economics of this are wild because since it's all just programmable code, you can bake royalties right into the cultural asset itself. So a digital artist can release a collectible, and the code dictates that every single time it gets resold on a secondary market, 5% of the sale automatically routes back to the creator's wallet.
Automatically.
There are no distributors taking a cut and no tracking down payment.
And let's take that a step further and look at what happens when the cultural asset actually becomes the economic engine for the community itself.
Okay.
The deepest dive in the material focuses on Nouns DAO,
Oh, yeah.
which is a perfect illustration of this mechanic.
Nouns DAO is fascinating. How does their model actually work day to day?
So, every 24 hours, a smart contract automatically generates one single, unique 32 by 32 pixel art character.
Just a little pixel character.
Yeah, it's called a noun.
Okay.
The moment it's generated, a 24-hour auction begins. Anyone in the world can bid on it using Ethereum. At the end of the 24 hours, the highest bidder receives the noun in their wallet.
Okay, that sounds pretty standard.
But here is the critical part. 100% of the money from that winning bid goes directly into the Nouns DAO community treasury.
And as soon as the auction ends, the clock immediately resets, a new character is generated, and the next auction begins.
Yep.
It just runs on a perpetual loop. But the person who bought that pixel art character didn't just buy a picture, did they?
No, not at all. The artwork acts as a membership token.
Oh, okay.
Owning that noun gives the buyer one voting seat in the DAO. It creates this incredible feedback loop.
Explain the loop.
Well, the people who own a noun are part of a shared culture and a shared meme. Their collective enthusiasm is what gives the art its value.
Right.
But by buying the art, they are simultaneously funding a multi-million-dollar treasury.
Wow.
The community then votes to use that treasury to fund public works, make movies or build software, which in turn makes the noun's culture more famous.
Which drives up the value of the next daily auction.
Exactly. The culture is the economic engine.
So what does this all mean? It means that fandom is no longer just buying a t-shirt at a merch stand and hoping the band does well.
Right.
Fandom is buying a literal voting stake in the community's future operations.
It is. But we do need to step back. Total transparency also reveals some deeply flawed human dynamics.
Yeah, let's get into the reality check here.
While this architecture sounds incredibly utopian, transparent, fair, programmable, we have to look at the reality of how these digital nation states actually function under pressure.
Because the analysis of tokenized communities highlights a very prominent shadow side.
It does.
We touched on this earlier. Plutocracy.
Yes.
When you run a token-weighted voting system, a handful of massive, wealthy wallets can completely swing a governance vote. They can just outvote thousands of highly engaged, smaller members who are actually doing the daily labor in the community.
And beyond the disproportionate power of wealth, there is the risk of outright deception.
Right.
Specifically, the phenomenon known as rug pulls.
Rug pull.
Yeah, this happens when founders market the grand promise of a new community. They aggressively hype up the membership token to spike the price, and then they suddenly abandon the project entirely.
So they just leave.
They cash out their holdings, the treasury is drained, and the members are left holding worthless tokens.
That is awful. And then there is governance capture. Even without anyone doing anything strictly illegal, DAO governance suffers from historically low voter turnout.
Which is a very human problem.
Right. Most people don't want to read complex technical proposals on Wednesday afternoon.
No.
Because of that apathy, small, coordinated insider groups can easily dominate all the decisions and route treasury funds to their own projects.
And that low turnout connects directly to the issue of burnout. We use this word autonomous, but it obscures the massive amount of unpaid human volunteer labor required to keep these communities alive.
Right, somebody has to run the Discord.
Exactly. Moderating Discord servers, writing governance proposals, and managing disputes requires immense human effort that the smart contracts cannot automate.
Finally, there is the corrupting influence of pure speculation.
Yeah.
When a community's access pass becomes an easily tradable liquid asset, people will inevitably show up just to flip tokens for profit.
They don't care about the community at all.
They don't care about the art, the book club, or the culture. And when a community is flooded with short-term speculators, it entirely hollows out the actual culture that gave the token its value in the first place.
It really does.
Are we just recreating corporate boardrooms and Wall Street dynamics inside a Discord server?
Well, the underlying technology of a blockchain does not guarantee a healthy community.
Okay.
What it guarantees is a completely transparent community.
That's a good distinction.
It does not fix human nature or greed. However, in a traditional corporation, power and self-dealing are often hidden behind closed boardroom doors and opaque legal structures.
Right.
In a DAO, you can see exactly which wallet voted for what and exactly where the money went, permanently recorded on a public ledger. It shows exactly where power sits rather than hiding it.
So given all these raw power dynamics and all the visible flaws, where is this architecture of belonging actually heading next?
I think we are witnessing a historical shift toward networked tribes.
Networked tribes.
Yeah, for centuries, your primary community was dictated by geography, who lived near you.
Right.
Now, we are seeing the rise of global communities built entirely on shared interests, but equipped with the tools to pool capital and self-govern.
And builders are actively trying to fix the flaws we just discussed. To solve the plutocracy problem, they are experimenting with new mechanics like quadratic voting.
Quadratic voting is a brilliant mechanism.
How does that work?
Instead of one token equaling one vote in a linear way, the cost of additional votes increases exponentially.
Oh, wow.
So if your first vote costs 1 token, your second vote might cost 4 tokens, your third vote costs 9 tokens, and so on. It makes it mathematically exhausting for a rich individual to buy overwhelming influence, giving much more weight to broad grassroots human support.
They are also building sophisticated cross-DAO reputation systems.
Yes.
So your verified good behavior and POAPs in one community can earn you trust and voting weight in a completely different community. Here's where it gets really interesting. For the first time in human history, the tools to build a self-governing, well-capitalized institution are available to anyone with an internet connection.
Anyone.
You don't need millions in venture capital or massive political connections to establish a treasury, issue citizenship, and govern a collective.
That is the true paradigm shift. We have democratized the formation of institutions.
Yeah.
Whether these network tribes produce better outcomes than our traditional geographic structures will ultimately depend on the humans using the tools, not the smart contracts themselves.
Which brings us to a final thought, something to mull over that really builds on everything we've talked about today.
Okay.
If our social capital, our reputation, and our actual proof of belonging are now being permanently recorded as data on an unerasable public ledger, what happens to our on-chain identity when we pass away?
Oh, wow.
In the Web2 world, a social media account just goes dormant or gets memorialized by a tech company.
Right.
But in Web3, your wallet holds real governance power and real treasury assets. Will our digital reputation outlive us?
It is a profound question. We are creating digital legacies that carry real economic weight.
Yeah.
The rules for digital inheritance and, how these network tribes will handle the transfer of a deceased member's programmable social capital are still entirely unwritten.
Just imagine your descendants literally inheriting your voting power in a decentralized digital nation state that holds $1 billion treasury running on autopilot.
It's wild to think about.
It completely changes how we think about the communities we are investing our time in today. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. Take a fresh look at the groups you belong to this week, and we'll see you next time.